He wants to make a smoothie. And it has to be now. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be now. All right, so we're going to be going through the toolbar. But I always like to know who's brand new to GoodNotes so that I know how basic I'm going. Is Christina in here? Anyone brand new to GoodNotes? I just need to know like how basic I'm going. If you're brand new to GoodNotes, if you could just drop a heart. This way I know who's in here and what you guys need. Two months? Okay. That's pretty new. At 2 months, I was still stumbling through and debating if I should quit or not. I just want to make sure you guys could see perfectly here. Hi, Carmen. I'm glad you can make it. I won't forget to show you what you asked me, so I'll go through that when I'm done with the toolbar. Yeah, stumbling for real. Especially the lasso tool. My God, it took me a minute to really get that thing down. It was horrific. All right, so let's go through, right? So what I want to do is pretty much go through the toolbar because I feel like if you understand the toolbar, you'll be able to navigate so much easier through everything. So the first thing I want to show you guys is you can actually customize your toolbar for what you want to be using and what you don't. Okay, so right now in my toolbar, for example, I have the elements, I have the text, I have image, I have the lasso. I don't even know why I have the shapes in here, but I have it. I have the tape. Only because the tape has that cute new update. Otherwise, the tape would not be in there because I didn't have it before. But if you go to this little arrow here, you'll be able to change it up and customize it. How did you get that to be the background? This is the background because this is the pack that just dropped. So I'm just using this background as my template right now. So with that being said, when you go through the customization of it, you want to make sure that you have in there the things that you're going to need and take out what you don't. So I just realized I really never use the shape, so I'm going to take it out of there because the less amount of things you have in there, it's going to be less things to dig for. Now, obviously, if you have the Apple Pencil Pro, you can use the Pro and click on it and have all these options on the screen a little bit better. But if you don't, especially if you're using your planner as a digital planner and you're taking it with you everywhere, most of us have the mini. So with that being said, you want to go in there and you want to customize it and make sure that the things that you have in your visible toolbar, and it says it right up here, are what you need. To the customization, how did I get to the customization, Carmen? So you go and you scroll all the way to the side and you'll see this little arrow. You see that arrow right there? When you click it, you get to toolbar customization. And then when you go there, you'll have all the elements or not the elements, but all the tools available. And then you can erase whatever you don't need. So the hidden tools, I have all of these. And then in my visible toolbar, I have these. So these are the ones I use the most. Those are the ones I'm going to put in there. Now, if you don't use elements, you can take that out. I use elements because I showed you guys in the last live how to save certain elements in here so they're always there for you. And then the rest is self-explanatory. We use those every single day, right? So with the pen tool, let's start there because it's the first one. When you go to your pen tool, you have options. So let me move this. You have options between your fountain pen, your ball pen, and your brush pen. I always say to people who are new to GoodNotes to play with these and figure out which ones you like, because I love the fountain pen, but you might like the ball pen. So you want to go in and you want to play with the different ones and then the tip sharpness and all of this to make sure that you have it set up the way you like it. You can always go into the writing aids and have it check your spelling or complete the words for you, which I have it to complete my words. And when I'm writing something, it'll pop up and I can have it complete. And then if you speak multiple languages, you can also add your language or your multiple language in here. So you can look, and Spanish is in here. I'm going to also put that in there so that it's in there. So with that being said, you want to start here and kind of use the different settings on it. Then on the pen settings, the pen gestures, scribble to erase, and erase shapes, and all of these, you can either turn them on or turn them off. It doesn't matter. They don't do much other than, let me see, do I use any? I do use scribble to erase. And if you guys want to see any of these in use, like basically live, let me know. So that's basically all the pen features you want to go through here. Pencil and pen, honestly, they give you both options. You have the pen is the first one and then the pencil is there. But you brought up a good point. I never ever use the pencil, so I'm actually going to take it out. And then the other thing you can do, I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but you can change where they go, in what order. So when you have your toolbar, you want to make sure that you have everything the way you need it. So I know that I use lasso probably just as much as pen. And then images I barely do. Text box is probably the third most used. So you can move those around how you need them. And that makes life easier because then when you're here, you don't have to swipe over to see the rest of them, if that makes sense. Everyone with me? The other thing that I wanted to show you guys that's pretty new is the stroke stabilization. And I'm going to show you how this works. So if I take a text box and I put it there, and I actually, let me go here. Okay. So when I'm writing, right, and I write my name, if you notice, it kind of drags a little bit. When you take the stroke stabilization more, see how it like almost curves even more? It kind of helps you connect what you need. So you want to see kind of how you like it, if you don't want it to drag at all, or if you want it to drag a little. It just helps you kind of make it a little bit more stable. So if you're writing fast, for instance, it'll help you make it neater. Right? I love that it can be moved too. Don't worry, we got more tricks for you. So that's how you would use that, and that's how you would basically get your pen to work for you. Especially if you're going to be writing in documents or whatever the case may be. I'm one of those that I like the text box tool, but sometimes I just want my handwriting on it. So that kind of helps me. Thank you. This is available in the new drop, guys. This drop just launched. I uploaded it today. So if you guys are interested, it's in there. With that being said, let's move over to the lasso. Now, the lasso is probably one of the ones that we use the most because of everything that we do on GoodNotes, especially if you are a digital planner that takes it with you every single day when you're decorating and things of that nature. You want to be able to lasso and kind of move things around. So let's go through that, right? So that's why I'm using this background, because I'm going to go and take stickers and move them over and then use the lasso to kind of help me move things over. So I'm going to take this page, copy it, and I'm going to go into this little beginner notebook that I did with you guys to kind of show you everything. I have everything in here in case I ever need to go back to something. So I'm going to go ahead and paste it in here. And if anyone needs me to go through how to take a page and move it over, I think that was one of the recent questions I got. Someone was asking, like, how do you take things out of like a pack that you bought and move it over? That's how you do it. So see, this page stays there and it's intact. So now whenever I want to reference back to this sticker pack, I can literally go back and nothing's missing. I'm going to copy whatever page I want. Make sense? So now in this new notebook, I have that page. I added just that one page because that's all I want, right? So from here, what I want to do is I actually want to do, I'll move a calendar over. I'm going to use this as my background. And I'm going to move over a calendar. So in that same pack, almost all my packs have this at this point. I'm going to take it, right? So I want to show you guys a few things. If you take your lasso tool, you have two different ways you can lasso things around. This little circle one, you can use for like small things that you just lasso over. Now, in this example, which is a perfect example, I lassoed that, and guess what? This background is a sticker, so everything moved. If you ever do that by mistake, literally just hit the back button, and everything should go back to the way it was. But because this bottom thing is a sticker, that's gonna move if I lasso it that way. Everybody with me? Makes sense? I see some new people coming in. Welcome. So with that, when you're trying to take a big section or something big, you want to probably use the square feature on the lasso. So you want to start kind of where you want it, and then from there, you want to take it, copy it, and then move it to whatever page you want. And now you just brought over that whole big sticker that's taking up that whole section. So see how I did that? The lassoing of it? Sure. So this is the big section that I want to do. So I'm going to take the lasso. I'm on the lasso. I'm on images. I have to make sure it's on because that's what I'm moving. But as you can see, I don't have everything on. I don't need equations. Tape isn't on. My comments aren't on. Sticky notes, none of that. So I want to be, these are the three that you're mostly going to be using, right? So I'm going to put my toolbar on the lasso and I'm going to select the square feature. And then from there, I'm just going to tap on the first part of the section I'm moving, and I already know that if this little dotted line, you guys can see it, right? Whatever it's touching, it's gonna grab. So from there, I'm going to take it, tap it again, click copy, and then I'm gonna go into whatever background or wherever I'm trying to move whatever it is. And then voila, I move it over. From here, you see how I didn't let it go yet? It's still basically selected and I can still move it. If I wanted to make it smaller or bigger, since I want all of this, I would just move it as it's still selected. Because if I let it go, I'm gonna have to reselect it all again if I'm trying to size it all. So I would just leave it selected and then put it there. Now this is a pretend month because I just added the date dots and I kind of have OCD, so I like having my date dots like almost look, so I could see what they're gonna look like in a real planner. So I do that. So this back here we know is a sticker, and we have all of the date dots on there. And then obviously this is a sticker. All the date dots are a sticker. This little piece of calendar paper is a sticker. So pretty much everything on here is a sticker at this point except for my background. Now, let's say I wanted to move things around. Here's where it gets tricky, especially for new people. If I wanted to move this butterfly off of this page, again, it's sitting on a sticker. So if I tap it, I can move it, you see? But I wouldn't use the lasso feature for that, because if I did the lasso feature and I pick it up, again, it's gonna move everything that it's touching, because that background it was sitting on is also a sticker. Does that make sense? So it's like the lasso is great, but don't use the lasso if you're on an image wanting to use or move an image on top of another image. So in this case, this is an image on top of an image, so I shouldn't use the lasso tool to move that. Instead, I'm going to literally tap it and then move it, whatever it needs. Now, this calendar is a fake calendar. So if I was going to adjust this to be this month, in a normal planner, I would use my lasso tool to pick up each date dot and move it, but I can't do that on here because it already came on top of a sticker. I would have to tap each one and move that over to whatever date it's supposed to be in. Make sense so far? Does anyone need me to repeat that? That always drove me crazy. What, moving the sticker on top of a sticker? That was like, that's moving a sticker on top of the sticker was, I think, what was going to make me quit GoodNotes, because I was like, this is ridiculous. And then I learned, of course, stop using the lasso tool for everything. There's a time and a place for it. You guys are with me so far? Yeah, but if you ever do that and move it accidentally so far, the great thing is that back button, everything just readjusts right away. Instead of you trying to figure out where to put it, where it went, all of that, you just boom, right back. So the lasso tool again is going to be a great feature to move things around. Now, let's pretend that this background wasn't here and that this was the calendar the way I wanted it. And aesthetically, let's just say that I wanted my calendar to look just like that. And this is my calendar and that's how I want it. I don't want the boxes, and some people do prefer it this way. Now I can move whatever sticker I want with the lasso tool without having to worry, because they're not sitting on top of another sticker. And that's the same with any other sticker that you have that's by itself. And when I'm moving date dots around, like for instance, this was on top of a sticker too. Let me see if I have an example. I think my fitness planner does. Okay, so on this example, right, if I wanted to pick up all of these date dots, I'm gonna copy them and then I'm gonna go back and show you guys. No, that's not what I wanted. This one, okay. Let's do this. See, that this was not sitting on a background that had a sticker on it. So all the date dots came by themselves. I just wanted to show you really quick. Back to my fitness planner. If I was adding date dots to something like this, where the background isn't a sticker, then I would use my lasso tool and I literally would put them all one by one on top of whatever date I want them. See what I'm saying? So this background isn't a sticker. I can do that and it's faster. So that's the difference between those. You just have to watch if you're on top of a sticker or not on top of a sticker. And a lot of times on GoodNotes, that's what we use it for. Everything has a sticker. Are you guys with me? Can we keep going? Can I make the whole thing a sticker? Meaning like if I wanted this screen to be saved as a sticker? Or what do you mean? You can, let me see if it'll work for me. I tried this the other day by mistake and I was going to, yep, that's how you do it. Okay. All right, I remembered how to do it. So let's say I wanted to make this a sticker. You can do it, but you're gonna have to save it to your elements. So let me show you an example. You're going to take the whole thing, then you're gonna tap it, and you're gonna come here to the 3 dots. When you go to the, let me do it again. You're gonna hold it down, and then you're gonna go to the 3 dots. When you go to the 3 dots, you're going to click on Add Element. And then you're gonna click on whatever collection you want, or if you wanna name it something or just add it to an existing collection. I'll just do New Collection. And you see how it automatically added it, but it added it without the background. Because again, these are all PNG like stickers. They don't have any backgrounds to them. Now, let's say I wanted to do that with the background in it. Oh, that answers your question? Because you could do the same thing with the background in there, but I don't think I can go that far back. And oh, I can. Okay. So let's say this is it and you want to save it. You can then take the whole thing, tap it again, 3 dots, add element, and then New Collection. And then now, if you can see it, you can see that has like the lines in it. So now, since it basically took all the stickers together and made it into one. And that's how you would do it. So that's also true. That's a good point. Because if you have, like, let's say you made something real quick, like you made a sticky note, kind of like how I show you guys to make quick sticky notes using the background. Let me see if I can do something for you really quick. Okay, let me use this one. If I take this and I go in here and I add this, you guys know, if you've been here on my lives, you guys know that I normally love taking backgrounds like this and then using the colors from the background to create sticky notes and like do more things. So let's say I wanted to use this color here. I could use, again, my lasso tool, circle the color that I want, tap it, click the camera, and then now that color became a sticker. And it's almost like a screenshot of just that color. Now I can take it, click that button and do copy. And then I tap out of it, and then I can hit paste, and I just made a box. So if I was making like a daily for myself or something quick, maybe a quick note or even a journal entry, I would decorate it like this so I can have the pretty background, but then I still have an area where I can write, okay? If I wanted to take this screenshot and save it, because let's just say this is my favorite paper ever, and I love this color, or purple is my favorite color, and I wanted to save this as an element or a sticker for use later, I could literally tap it, go here, and then add element, and then take that screenshot and turn it into a sticker. Karen, your mind blown over there? I'm so glad. That's what these lives are about. I know sometimes people that have been using GoodNotes for a while get bored, but honestly, I always learn something new. I'm always trying to figure things out. So the more you know, the better. All right. So you guys got that. So now, even if you create your own sticker, kind of like that, so you can have, you know, cute little things that you throw on your backgrounds, you can use that. So let's keep going. But good question, because you made me think, and then it made me figure it out. Because I saw that at one point I went to go do it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I need to remember to make a video about that. And then, boop, it slipped my mind. All right. So let's now use the text box and the lasso tool in combination. Thank you. All right. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to do a text box, right? So another thing with since I'm on the text box, if I find things that are tricks that I want to show you guys, I'm just going to tell you because I don't always remember everything from every single tool. That's true. If you create a design that you really love, you can export it as a PDF, and then you'll always have it without worrying about the stickers moving. And I can show you guys how to do that too. But yep, that's an awesome trick. I actually told my mom to use that trick because she was getting frustrated with all the stickers moving around. Ma, are you in here? Okay, so when you are in the text box, are you using that feature? Do you use PDF or not really? You guys are in the presence of 3 Carmens. I'm Carmen Sophia, my mom's Carmen, and then there's another Carmen in here too. Yeah, mommy. Do you use a PDF feature or no? Oh my God, your grandmother's Carmen? Oh, love it. Okay, so in the text box tool, right? When you tap it, you have a save as default. So let's say that you have a favorite font that you normally use. You can set it up as default so you don't have to keep looking for it. And right now, which one is it that I'm using a lot? It's actually the one that's already saved. Bradley handwriting I use a lot. But when you save it as default, it does save it with whatever color you select. Okay? So because we're in Valentine's, I've been writing a lot in red. So I saved it as my default so I don't have to keep taking it away. But in this beautiful purple background, I'm not using red. So I'm going to change it to maybe a darker purple. Okay? So let's just say, and again, I'm pretending. Let's just say that this is the month of March. This is definitely not March calendar, but we're in pretend mode right now. Okay. Now there's a text box and there's 31 stickers plus this background is a sticker plus the butterfly. So there's a lot going on technically on this background. If this was, see, it's already doing it. I was going to move it down more so it would move it. You see what happened? I'm trying to select the word March so I can make it bigger and kind of cover this section. But when I go to do it, because the outline of this sticker is touching, that's how you always know if it's going to touch or not. That outline is going all the way up there, so these dotted lines are touching where I'm trying to circle. That's why that happens. But to avoid it, you go back to your lasso tool and you turn images off. If you turn it off, now I can circle and it doesn't matter what I'm touching. It's only going to move the text box because I told it to not worry about the images. So now I can take that word March, I can tap it, and with the lasso tool, because that's still the tool I'm using, guys, I can change the color by going over here and tapping color. I can resize it, right? I can also cut it or duplicate it. And that duplicate is awesome because sometimes we're writing things over and over. Like let's say you're doing, I don't know, your schedule or something, and there's some like your weekly spread, and your schedule is the same. Instead of having to write it over and over again, you can literally just tap it, duplicate it, and move it over to the days that you need. So you can duplicate it, you can erase it, and you can change the color. So all of these things are there. Now, the other cool thing I wanted to show you guys is that you can actually arrange the way that these colors are. And I'll show you that in a minute. I just wanted to say it so that you can remind me later. I don't get the color wheel. So if I circle it and tap it and I hit the color wheel, and let's say I want to change it to white, it changes it to white. Before I knew that trick, I would go in, tap it, highlight it, go to the color, and then change it. So the shortcut is literally using the lasso tool, tapping it, and then moving it to whatever color you want. Did that explain it for you, Carmen? We don't leave anyone behind here, guys, so we all move together. You want to see it again? So in the lasso tool, as long as the images are off, if I circle it, tap it, click the wheel, you don't get it when you select the lasso tool, click this button for me and see if the color comes up here. You might have to do an update. But if you don't see the wheel there and you click the 3 buttons, the color should be here. And then you should get the color. And then I can move it to whatever color I want. So the new update put it there, but if you don't see it, it's definitely in here. Yeah, even if the update doesn't come up, I noticed with the last update, I literally had to go into, search GoodNotes on the App Store, go into it, and then it showed me an update. But you should still see it on the 3 dots. So now that I know everything that the lasso tool can do for me, it just makes it everything so much more simple. And again, the images are still off. So if I wanted this to be down at the bottom, I can move it, or I can put it wherever I want, right? Because the images are off now. Now, this is self-explanatory, right? It's just the eraser tool. You get 3 sizes. If you're writing in a small space, you might want to use something smaller. If not, you can go bigger. I think everyone pretty much understands that. But what I did want to show you with the highlighter, because we use it for things, if you hold your highlighter down when you're highlighting, it'll straighten out. I don't know if everyone knew that, but I wanted to show you. The other thing is you can adjust the tip, right? So this is pretty much a bigger word. It's pretty big. So I might want to go bigger. So if I go across it and hold it, it straightens it out. So when you're doing things like this, for instance, you might want it to be nice and straight. It straightens it out. Okay? All right, let's keep going. What I wanted to show you guys with the colors is if you hit the down button on any of these, and this could be the pen, which also has this down button, and you can look at all your colors. If you want to organize your colors in a specific way, maybe you want them like lighter to darker or whatever, you can now move them and organize them however you want. So if you want the purples to be together, you can technically take it, move it to be together. So you can move these around to kind of give you the aesthetic that you want. Okay. And then the other trick with pen colors and highlighter colors is this. So this color here is very similar to this background color, but not exactly, right? So if I wanted to write something in here, it is very similar, actually. But let's say I wanted something, or I was on a page that I don't have that color in there. Another way to add a color that you don't have is to go in to the plus button. Yeah, right, Lisa? You can go in and add a color, and then from here, you tap this little like pen tool, and you get this little guy here. And now you can move it to wherever you want on your page to select the color that you want. And then it'll show you here, and then you can add to your preset. So if you notice, the color I originally had was a little bit darker than the one it selected. So that's another cool way to get all the colors to kind of synchronize, especially when we're using so many different backgrounds. And then you could always go in and edit them and stuff like that. I don't know why people keep inviting me to do those battles. One, I have no idea how to do that. And two, no. Okay, let's keep going. We're doing good. So now we understand the differences and how to move all of these things. Da, 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 da. I did a tape tutorial. Does anyone here want to see what the tape does? I know not all of you were in that live. That was like maybe a few weeks ago where we were going through the tape. I can show you guys really quick. So the tape now has all of these extra features where we can add tape that has like shapes and stuff. Before, this wasn't here. This is absolutely new. It was in their last update that they did. So we can actually go in and change the tape. What is the tape for though? The tape is, so let's say I have an appointment here that I don't want anybody to see, or for whatever reason, I don't want to show what's on my screen. I literally take the tape and I cover it. The nice thing about the tape though, the minute I tap it, I can see what's underneath. So that's a really cute way to cover things without having to put like a sticky note on top of your screen. So that's what the sticky note is. The tape is for. But with these new options here that are so cool, let me show you guys. So for instance, we're in this like purple vibe. I can go to this guy here, go back to it, click edit, and now I can change the colors of what I'm using. So when I use it, right, I can change the background color to whatever I want. Like, let's say I want the pink one, right? And I then can go back and do the foreground color. And let's say I want that to be like a darker purple. And then I can go back. And then this accent color, I can make it like a super light purple. And now it's done. And I can save it. Done. And when I use it now, look how cute it came out. And you customized it. So you can customize your tape now with the images they give you. But then the even cooler thing is you can add your own images. So you can literally go in there and add an image, upload from your files or whatever you want to change it. So for instance, this one here was from one of my backgrounds that I did. And it's like cute little kisses for Valentine's Day. But I remember in a live or two ago, I showed how to upload that. Does anyone here want to see how it gets uploaded on there? I don't want to bore you guys with stuff you've already seen. You guys good? I can keep going. Justin.
What?
You left the stove on.
I did?
Yes.
You turned off?
Okay, so nobody's saying they want to see it, so I'm just going to keep going. Alrighty. From there, we can move into this picture one. Now, all this is like if you upload pictures, it'll be a quick and easy way to access them. Like if you're doing something really quick, you can access your picture. I don't even know what's in here. Okay. So this is one of the pictures in my library right now, so it automatically just dropped it in. So whatever you have in your recents, it's what's going to show. What's this? Okay. So that's basically what it's used for. I like to use it if I'm like journaling or something like that. I like to upload whatever pictures I want to put in my journal. So they'll be like the last few pictures that I put in there. So they'll all like be in that section. And that's basically what that image one is for. And then the elements, which we kind of went into, you get elements from GoodNotes, and they're these like cute little guys here that you can kind of decorate with. So they come in there, and I believe there's a way to, yeah, they just have like a few in here, nothing too crazy. A few of them I use as sticky notes if I need something really quick to write on and I don't feel like digging for a sticky note. But this is the biggest piece of like creating your own little library of quick stickers. So I think I told you guys last time, if I use a sticker every time I turn around, like for instance, we do pizza every Friday. So this element is in there. I added it to there. So I took the sticker, tapped it, went here, add element, and put it in my essentials because I literally use it every single week. So it's going to be there. Same thing for when my husband works. I'll just add that there so I know he's working, right? So basically that's how you would go through the toolbar. Now the rest are tools I really don't use, but let's see if I can go through. How did you add it again? Okay, so let's say I want to add this butterfly, right? I'm going to tap the butterfly, and actually I wouldn't mind adding this butterfly because it's gorgeous and butterflies are my favorite. So you tap it, and then you click the little circle there, and then you go to the arrow and then add element. And then from here, you can select if you want to do a new collection or if you want to add it to an existing collection. I'm going to add it to my essentials. So now when I go back into it, it's already there. I literally just tap it and then boom, it's there. No problem. Anyone else? Any other questions? So the ruler is one that I rarely use, but it's there. If you're designing something and you want to make sure that it's like all even and you have OCD like I do, then maybe you want to use a ruler, and then the ruler's kind of cool because you can move it around to do things. Now, the one thing I do like the ruler for, I'll show you guys really quick. Let's say I need to make a to-do list. This is a bad example. Let me go to a different one here. Let's say I'm using this page to make a to-do list for myself, right? And I want my dots to be aligned perfectly. I normally would take the ruler, put it that way, right? And then I would take the highlighter tool and I would go in on the smallest setting, and I would do like I'll literally like zoom in and I'll make sure that they're aligned perfectly on the number. So when I take the ruler away, everything is just kind of like in line. So that's a way to do it. If you had to do like quick dots and you don't trust yourself to make like an even thing. Or you can go bigger if you want, if it's like a bigger section. You can go in and then just put the dots where the numbers are. So that's something you can use the ruler for. Outside of that, I barely ever use it because there's really no other need for it. Unless you're helping one of your kids with a homework or something, right? And then the shapes I never really use. I never use that thing. And then I know timekeeper, some people like to use that. I don't use it either. But if you guys want me to go through it, I can. And then zoom window, I don't use either. Laser, I think, is like when you're, if you're showing something to someone and you kind of want to use it, like if you're using it as a pointer, you can do that. But again, it's like our personal device, so I don't know why we would use it. And that's basically the toolbar for you guys. That's pretty much everything there on the toolbar. Now, I know Carmen asked me to go through the fitness planner, so I'll do that too. But before I move over to that, does anyone have any questions about any of the tools or needs me to go through it again? Thank you for the follow, Bobby. You guys good with the tools on GoodNotes? How do you go to the elements again if you want, like, delete some? Like if I want to delete some from the elements themselves? You mean? I believe I just do this and then I can click which ones I want out. I'll do it again. So you go into the file that you want to do it and you just click the little edit button here and then it allows you to delete the ones you don't like. Now, that's a good question. I've never tried to delete ones that are theirs. I wonder if I can delete them. Oh yeah, you can delete them. Perfect. She's not. She moved out. She went back to college.
Yeah, so like doesn't she work on the weekends?
Probably.
So I'll see her like Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, you guys good? We can move over. Carmen, you're still in here? Because you asked me to show you something on the fitness planner. I'm going to have to start using last names up in here. Because there's too many Carmens. Oh, perfect. Okay. So you wanted me to go through a daily on the fitness planner? Like how to create a daily? Hi, Nicole. Welcome back. Okay. All right. Do you have this? I think I saw you buy it. Do you have this planner? It doesn't matter. Okay. This is what I do. I'm going to show you the fastest way. Okay. So the first thing I do is organize it. So I'll bookmark both the page with all the flags and whatever month I'm in so that I can go back and forth to these two without having to scroll through all of these pages because you got all the months plus the stickers that are in there. And if you want to move these stickers out, you're more than welcome to. You can put them somewhere else and have like a folder for fitness stickers. Actually, that's a better idea. You can move them out of here, put them in a folder for fitness stickers, and then just have the planner itself with your months, okay? Now, what I normally do is if you know you have this page and you use it to put your pictures and your weight. Right? So then you have your month. the way I handle the month is I go to the bookmark flags that I have here, and I normally pick out what I'm doing for the day. They're not in here. The kettlebell dates are in, I think they're in the mega pack for, here, I'll show you where it's at. So if you go in, they are in, I believe, Essentials, and they are part of this pack here. It's the Date Dot Mega Pack, and then you get the kettle in there. So you get all of these. Let me see. Yep, this one. They're in there. That's where you find those. That's me moving stickers around. So I'll go here. I'll pick the flag for the day for whatever I'm doing, right? And then I'll go back to the month, and then I'll put whatever I'm doing at the gym. And from there, what I'll normally do is I'll take my daily for the day. So for instance, this is my daily for today. So I'll normally take whatever I design, because honestly, I'm not going to make 2 dailies. I'm just going to take what I had and alter it a little bit. You can if you want to, but I'm just not gonna. And then I copy that page and I go back over to my fitness planner. And I think I explained this last time. Whatever date I'm on today, I want it to be the closest to the calendar. So I normally put it right after that month, so I can check back what I did. And then if I go forward, obviously I'm going to be going further into January, basically. I'm sorry, the other way around. What am I saying? Okay. So this is the month where it started. This is the closest day. If I go this way, it's going to be earlier in the month. It's always going backwards. Does that make sense? So I'll add the page here. So I'll normally just go in there, and if I confuse you, let me know. Hold on, I gotta do this puzzle thing that TikTok makes you do when you've been on here for a while. Okay. So with that, I'll add the page here. Hopefully I saved it from before. Did I? Did I do it twice? No, okay. So this is what the one that I had for my daily, right? So I'll take it and I'll leave February, I'll leave the date, and then I'll just start deleting stuff because I don't need all of it, right? So I'll just start deleting stuff off of it. And I literally do this as I sit in the sauna. Why does this thing keep turning off? So I'll start deleting everything off of here that I don't need. And then what I'll do is, image is back on. I'll take it. I'll show you in just 1 minute. Just bear with me. Now, there's an easy way to do this. If you wanted to clear the page, you could go here and then do clear page, but I don't want all of these boxes to go away. So now I just leave this box because this is going to be where I'm going to put the information of my workout. This I'm going to take away because it doesn't matter if it's morning, afternoon, whatever. If I'm at the gym, I'm at the gym. And then I'll take this away as well. Delete. Okay. Now from here, what I'll do is I'll go back to this page that has all those stickers, and then I'll go and find the tracker. So let's say I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to copy it, or you could split screen, whatever's easier for you. And then I'm going to go back. And I'm going to go back to the date, and then I'm going to go here and I'm going to add it. Now that I have this guy in here, if I want to keep decorating while I'm sitting in the sauna, I can. But now I have this guy in there, right? So now I know that I'm going to do the exercises, the weight, the sets, and the reps. And literally for that, all I do is I use my pen tool because I'm not using the text at the gym. And I'll normally just go in and, like, let's say it's deadlifts. I'll write it. And then what did I do yesterday? 70. And then I'll do 4 and 10, for instance. And then I'll just have it all listed. And then you end up with something like this, basically, where you have all the workouts. But it's still cute, and I don't have to do it. Is it possible to pin a few at a time so you don't have to go one by one? To be honest, what I really should do is add these guys these little guys, I should add them as an element, honestly. That's probably what I should do. Either add them as an element to avoid going back and forth, or the other thing I could do is I could go in and do a folder just for gym stickers. But it wasn't until you put me on the spot that I realized that I'm doing it the long way. Thanks for the follow. So, yeah, I definitely should just add those. Actually, what I really should do is probably go into here and then create like a new one and then just call it fitness so that they're in there, because I use it so much that I should just have them in there. Don't be sorry. I love being able to find shortcuts to make my life easier. I mean, on the flip side, it does make me stay in the sauna a little bit longer going the long route. So it's a win-win. Carmen, did that help you? Or did you need to go through any of it? Or need me to go back? That did help you, or you need me to go back? Which one? Perfect. Okay. Perfect. So yeah, that's literally just how I use it. And then obviously, if there's other things you want to track, because you know there's other track things in there, like if you're doing cardio instead of weights, you can add this guy in there, time, distance, and calories. And then I believe I put food in there too, and water that you can track, and then your calories. So you pretty much have everything that you're going to need to track. And we'll do more. We'll definitely do more. So that brings us, dang, right at the hour. You guys are good. Right at the hour. All right, does anyone have any questions before we hang up? And sorry for the corny music, but if I don't have corny music that's basically allowed on YouTube, they won't let me put it up. So I have to find like unregistered music, something very like... No problem. All right, guys. Then I guess we're good. Hi, Erica. Oh, did you just miss it? Yeah, you're definitely going to be a pro soon. The more you practice. Of course. Mariah, you're welcome. All right, guys. Well, you have a great night. What day does my husband work? Just so I know. And I can tell you guys when I'm coming back. He works... I could do Saturday again. Oh, the fair is so much fun. We're having a snowstorm as we speak here, so... I'm so jealous. I didn't even leave the house today. So I'll be back on Saturday. I don't know what time yet. But what works better for you guys? If I do a Saturday one, because I know everyone's busy with the kids, is it better to do early or later? You're welcome, Lisa. Evening? Okay. All right, that's what I thought. Evening for you too? Perfect. That works for me. I'm a night owl, so evenings work better for me too. So I'll do Saturday evening, and then I'll post it so you guys can see. So I'll be back Saturday, guys. You guys have a great night. Thank you for joining. Bye.